Udita Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gradita Purana Ye Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshinim Bhagavati Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatvamanu Santatami Bhagavat Gite Bhagavateshi.
We have to start with verse 38.
Verse 38. Yeah, 11th chapter, verse 38. Yeah.
11th chapter must be
11th chapter.
11th chapter, verse 38.
Oh, 38. Okay.
The reading, Kumar?
Swamiji, I will next I will read. After that,
Yeah.
Yamadideva Purusha Prana Puranas Pavasya Vishwasya Param Nidhanam Vetasi Vedyam Cha Param Cha Dama Tvaya Tatam Vishwam Anantarupa. You are Adidevaha, the first among gods, Purushaha, the one who fills up everything, Puranaha, the one who was there even before, Tvam, you are Param Nidhanam, the place of resolution, Asya Vishwasya, of this world, Vekta Asi, you are the knower, Vedyam Cha, and what is to be known, Param Cha, and the ultimate, Dhamma, above, Vaya, by you, Tatam is pervaded, Vishwam, the world, Antarupa, the one whose forms are endless. You are the first among gods, the one who was there even before, the one who fills up everything. You are the ultimate place of resolution of this world. You are the knower, and also what is to be known, and you are the ultimate abode. The world is pervaded by you, O Lord, the one whose forms are endless.
Swamiji, that Purushaha, it says, who fills up everything. What does it mean?
Purushaha, Puravu Ushati iti Purushaha. There are different meanings of Purnaha iti Purushaha. Puravu Ushati. Puravu meaning Nagar. Puram nu solrong illaya. All Puras. Puras means all bodies. Puravu Ushati is iti, so he fills up.
Ushati, yeah? Puravu Ushati.
Ushati means filling up. Ushati.
Okay.
Ushati. Puravu Ushati iti Purushaha.
1, 2, Sha.
That is Shata, that one, that Sha.
Sha, okay.
Purushaha, that is the Puravu Ushati iti Purushaha, Purnaha iti Purushaha, like that it comes. Various meanings are there for Purushaha in different contexts. Here it fills up everything is Puravu Ushati iti Purushaha. And another thing also he says, Puranaha, okay, that is Puranaha is different, Purnaha is different, okay, yeah.
Arjuna continues to praise the Lord as the one who is first among the gods, Adideva. The compound Adideva can be explained differently as the one who is at the beginning and also the one who is the Lord. Adihi cha asho devaha cha adidevaha. He is at the beginning as the cause of the world, Adi, and he is all the knowledge effulgent. All knowledge effulgent being, and is called Deva.
So Div Dhatu meaning Divya means effulgent. So Deva means all knowledge effulgent being. Yes.
What is effulgent?
Effulgent means light up. Basically, we understand lighting up. Like actually, it is nothing but consciousness, Chaitanyam, all knowledge. Are all synonyms, but when we say light up, effulgent, light up means we are able to visualize easily that is the light removes all darkness. So all knowledge removes all ignorance is by called darkness. So all knowledge removes darkness, all ignorance. So instead of saying all knowledge removes all ignorance, he says all light, the light removes all ignorance. The effulgent light, meaning prakasamana light, prakasham. Again, prakasham also is called conscious. In the sense, actually, knowledge is called Akasha, Prakasha. Asamantat kasate iti Akasha. The sense that which brightens up the whole intellect and whatnot. So that is called also called. So all are synonyms. Prakasha, Akasha, effulgent, light, knowledge, all are equivalent. Only that how you are able to understand, because it's all relative meaning. The word knowledge, also light and all has got only relative meaning. In that, by using all these explanations, they remove the relative meaning so that you visualize the absolute meaning. The absolute meaning cannot be explained. You have to only understand. So you use the relative word and remove all the relativity from that word. That is called Bhagatyaga Lakshanam. This is a methodology of Shastra. Use only relative known words and remove whatever your relative understanding about that word, so that once you remove that, what is left over is only the visualized absolute meaning of that word. That is what they are trying to do. When they say effulgent, all knowledge and all that, we cannot visualize. All knowledge, nobody can visualize. We don't know beyond a point. But it is not relative. All knowledge means it is not small knowledge, it is not individual knowledge. It encompasses everything. That way they say leave it for your understanding. Fortunately, the thing is that finally that consciousness is you only. The being is only you. The all knowledge is nothing but the you, because the being is not limited by any time or space, or it's not even an object which we have been discussing. That has been the original. So finally all knowledge comes to you only, you the being. So once they remove all the relative knowledge about the world, about anything, about science or everything, all that relative meaning of knowledge you remove. And what is left over is just the wholesomeness, the being. And that is that all knowledge. That is what they are trying to, Shastra tries to explain to us. That is why they use the various words at various points in time. Here he has used the word all knowledge, effulgent being. That's what he is saying that. So that you understand that it encompasses, it doesn't leave out anything, it brightens up. It lights up the whole thing. That is why all knowledge essential being is called Deva. That is what he is explaining. So we have to, every time we have to relate to that, what do you call, our own, the being, the beingness which we have been discussing right from the second chapter. The beingness of, what do you call, the sense, right now when we are talking, we are saying, we are able to see the mind, what is happening. What is the limited understanding of the word, all knowledge. I am able to see that. That seeing being is all knowledge. But what it sees limited things. So as I right from beginning I have been telling, the Nirvishesha only can see each of the Visheshas. But will not get stuck with any Vishesha. Because all the time Nirvishesha. The vritti, the Vishesha comes and goes. But you remain. You, as a Nirvishesha, who is a witness to all Vishesha, remains. That Vishesha, that Nirvishesha is the being, which is being talked about. In the sense, in terms of glories of Vishwara, the Vishwara Swarupa also is the same thing. Only that he explains to Arjuna what it is. Finally, he is going to say every time and again also he says, that also is only you. That understanding is you only. You have to understand it that way. Time and again he keeps saying in between. But as of now he explains that the wholesomeness of Bhagavan Ishvara is that being. As Ishvara he is explaining to Arjuna. So that he understands that everything is in the domain of the wholesome being of Ishvara. And that Ishvara is nothing but you. Once you understand that, you will not be looking for Shreyas. You are Shreyas. You are looking for Shreyas. At the beginning you asked, no, he wants Shreyas. That is how he started the discussion with Krishna. He time and again he keeps telling, you don't look for it outside. You are Shreyas. How? You are the being. How? Like even I am the being. I know, you have to know. Keeps telling that. And here also he is explaining that. When he explains the Vishwarupa also, he is showing the whole thing and he is saying that I am the Adi Deva, where it lights up the whole thing, whatever you are seeing, everything, the known and unknown, everything is lit by me only, the being, Adi Deva, person being. And that he explains, so that he understands the magnitudeness of the wholesomeness or the all-knowledge being, so that he feels blessed. And later he is going to come and tell, you have to understand it. That is after the whole discussion, when he feels overwhelmed, he will ask him to go back to his normal, then he will explain it further. What we are right now discussing, he will explain it later. The all effulgent knowledge is nothing but you, the being, awareful being. Desha kala vastu aparichinnam, satchit anandam, chaitanyam. All those things is implied in this explanation. When he says all knowledge, effulgent being. Yeah.
Swamiji, this Bhaga Tyaga Lakshanam you said, is it the same as Nishedanam and then you come to explain Brahman? You Nishedanam,
limitations you remove. This is Bhaga Tyaga Lakshanam, there is no Nisheda. It is only the removing the relative meaning of the word. Like Tattvam Masi, the Tat means what do you call? The entire world, including perhaps Ishvara. And Dvam is you. In that, what is the difference in terms of upadhis? Body, mind and sense is Dvam. Tat is the body and mind of every being. So, if you remove the body, mind, sense of each of them and remove the body, mind, sense of yours, what is left over is only the being. The being of you and the being of Tat are one and the same. So, like always they say in any equation, if everything is 1 equal to 1 is not an equation. So 1 plus 5 equal to 100 minus 94. Both sides are looking totally different. One is 3 digit and 2 digit, another is 1 digit, one is plus, another is minus. So for a simple person who is learning mathematics, it will look very dissimilar, totally, but you say equal. How? You remove the dissimilarities on both sides. And then you come, 6 equal to 6, 4 equal to 4. Finally it comes to that. The same way, the dissimilar Bhaga Tyaga is the portion of a particular word on both sides are removed. So that the relative meaning is removed. So that the absolute meaning on both sides remain. That is called Bhaga Tyaga. It's a methodology. It's a way of explaining. It's one prakriya, upaya, methodology by which it is explained. Even this, even the Vishwarupa is a methodology only. To make him understand, finally everything is only the being. That everything is, all these changing things are mithya only. Continuously changing. Satyam is you, the being, and Ishvara, the being. So changing things will keep changing. Right from beginning he has told, Gatasun, Agatasun, Nanu Sochanti Pantidaha. Whatever goes will go, whatever comes will keep coming. But if you understand, nothing goes, nothing comes. So both the sides you have to understand that. If you understand that, nothing goes, nothing comes, you will not be afraid of either going or coming. But nothing goes, nothing comes. So that is the understanding. That is called again, the sense you have to understand the relative meaning of every situation. We always, since we have not inquired into the whole thing, so we always feel somebody is dying, somebody is born and all that. Nothing is born, nothing is gone. That is the ultimate reality. But for Vyavahara purpose, we are used to looking at life that way, so we keep saying that. And Shastra also validates you to some extent, so that you are living a sane life. Because majority almost the entire society is living that, the mithya relative world only. Absolute world, only when you are stuck somewhere, people inquire into what it is all about. I am living a very sane life in spite of that so many things are happening. That time only you inquire. Or you are truthful in your pursuit. In anything and everything you are looking for truth. There may be a certain mentality of some people. want to know the truth. So that's either that sort of a Shraddha should be there, or you want to find a solution for constant bombardment of plus minus, sukham, dukkam, sukham. You don't want to get into that. You want to see an ultimate solution. Either that way, or you are truthful in your pursuit in life. You want to have an understanding of life totally. So either way, the pursuit finally will land you in this understanding only is nothing is born, nothing is gone. The being alone is the reality. That being is what is referred to as the all-knowledge, effulgent being. Here in the form of Vishwarupa. So that he asks for it, he shows him and he says, this whole thing is nothing but me, all-knowledge, effulgent being. And everything is happening in my presence, in my Sannidhanam only. Not only that, by me, and they are all me, by me only it is all happening, it's all put together also by me only. So the known, knowledge and knower, all are one and the same, the effulgent being. That is again you only, that will come later. But that's what he is trying to say.
But this is Arjuna is only, he has understood, so he is only praising Lord Krishna.
Yeah, in the sense, see that is true, but he praises it as a vibhuti only. In the sense, he looks at him as all powerful and all that because he is seeing the Vishwarupa. That is the idea of showing him that. But later he will be afraid because he excludes him. And so this is essentially the Upadesha only by the Lord. He is showing him. Instead of teaching, he is showing him the Vishwarupa and he sees everything is happening in his presence, everything is controlled by him and all that. That he sees and is expressing his appreciation of the whole thing. But again, later he will show his ignorance by saying that it's frightening, please come back to your normalcy and all that. That will come later. Anyway, as of now, yes, what he says is true. In the Arjuna's words, all these things are being told. All knowledge, effulgent being and all that. Yeah.
He is the one who fills up the entire world and is therefore called Purusha. Purana means the one who was there given before and the one who continues to be as fresh as he was. The Lord is not only the cause of the Jagat, he is also the resolving place of all that is created. Nidhyate asmin iti nidanam. And he is para, limitless. Just as how in a dream, the dreamer is the cause of the dream bird and is also its place of resolution. Bhagavan is the one in whom things are ultimately resolved. Param Nidanam. Therefore, Shankara says, it is the point of the complete resolution of the entire world. Nidhyate asmin jagat sarvam mahapralayadav.
Pralayadav.
It can be the final resolution of the creation into its unmanifest form, or it can mean the Mukti Avastha, either Jivan Mukti Avastha or Videha Mukti Avastha. The place where the Jiva resolves, the Jivatva is false, so it resolves into its cause.
See, this explanation, this explanation is by Shankara, the Bhashyakara and Swamiji as what Arjuna says, like in the verse, as a praise. The praise is because he sees them. Like a movie, he sees in the Vishwarupa Darshanam the whole thing. It's all happening, everything is controlled by Bhagavan in his body, everything is happening, all the Adi Deva, the people coming and going, everything getting lighted up by Bhagavan, that he sees. But this explanation that is being given now by Swamiji and Shankara is the reality for those words. What is it really? What it really means? That is what, it is not that Arjuna is telling that it can be final dissolution of the creation into its unmanifest form and all. He doesn't say that. He has not yet understood that. He only, perhaps he has got some sort of a hunch, which he tells also. I can make out that you are everything. By seeing that, he is able to understand the whole thing is happening in Ishvara's domain only. That much he sees, because he sees the Vishwarupa straight away. But he doesn't understand the Tatparya behind that. That is why the Upadesa continues. and also he will say that please come back to your normal form. Otherwise what? Like Dhritarashtra also should have closed the war there itself. Seeing that everything is happening in the Ishvara and Sanjaya is explaining to him, but still the sense, the prarabdha is so forceful, their ignorance is so forceful, the Maya Shakti is so forceful, unless you understand the reality in its essence, you will not be outside Maya. That is also, this is the whole story, the whole context also explains that. It is not by just seeing Vishwarupa, anyone. Otherwise, people see lot of things. Even when they do the puja and all that, they see everything is Bhagavan. Even ourselves, when we are at the temple, everything is done and finally Arati is there, there is a moment where you feel oneness with Bhagavan. Okay, but that moment only lasts for a few seconds. Thereafter, once you come out, you Adiyabhatta, Bharadabhatta, you start with your life. Right? It doesn't stay with you. The same thing happens to Arjuna also. That is why it has to finally happens, has to have an understanding of the Shastra. That is why 18 chapters. Finally he says, I don't have any moha, and even though he says that for the time being only, he fights the war as per Krishna's instruction. Later he comes back and asks him, you told me a lot of things in the war, I forgot. That is why that Uttara Gita or something. Later, before Krishna leaves the body, he again gives in nutshell the same Gita to Arjuna again. Because he said that I forgot, you told me a lot of things at that time, I understood that. Because if it is memory based, naturally you have to read it again and again. It has to become your own. The understanding has to sink into you, then it has to become part of you. That the vision, that is why it's called vision. It is not memory based, it is not remembrance, it is not remembering the word, it is not knowledge, it is understanding. At the end of the reality understanding, you have to claim that yes, I am the being, I am the powerful being, one with the Ishvara also is the same powerful being. Everything else, the changing things happen. I have to do my part. That's it. Like that, you must, the understanding has to sink into you as a vision. That is what the whole teaching is all about. Even though here, whatever Bhagavan, whatever Arjuna says about Bhagavan, Shankara and Swamiji explain what it means. Why he says what is the meaning behind that? When he says Adideva, what it means. He is explaining to us as readers. That is how it is. It is not that Arjuna understands it this way. He has not yet understood it. Yeah.
Then Arjuna says further, you are the knower, Vekta Asi. From the standpoint of Sakshi, Atma, you are the ultimate knower of everything, and from the standpoint of omniscience, Sarvagyatva, you are the knower of all that can be known, and you are also all that can be known, Vedyam Cha. Arjuna recognizes Krishna here as all known, as all the various things in creation that can be known. Or alternatively, you are the one to be known, the ultimate object of knowledge. Dhamma is a place where you can go with enthusiasm, a desirable place. Bhagavan is Param Dhamma, the ultimate place to go. Wherever you go, you eventually get tired of it and leave here because any place is a composite of a few of it.
Few things
you have already seen. Even if you go to heaven from here, where will you go after that? Where is the place from where you will not want to go anywhere else? Which is that Param Dhamma, the ultimate abode. Having gone there, there is no return. That is the Mokshasthana, where the Jiva resolves completely, becoming one with Ishvara, the Lord. Shankara adds that it is the ultimate abode of Vishnu, Param Padam Vishnu, Vaishnava, which means moksha. Vishnu is the one who pervades this entire world, Vishwa. Vishwa means that which is known, in a variegated way, Vivida Pratyaya Gamyam. What a nice
Pratyaya gamyate iti vishwam. Pratyaya means different ways we understand various words. Pratyaya can be a word or meaning of various words and meanings only is the whole world. Nothing but word and meaning. That is what he means when he says Vivida Pratyaya gamyate. Gamyate means understanding. Yeah.
What a nice expression for the world. This variety of names and forms called Vishwa is pervaded by you, Vishnu. Since you are the material cause, nothing is away from you, says Arjuna, who has no more doubt in this area because he has seen the Vishwarupa.
Yeah.
He has seen that the entire Vishwa is the very form of Vishwara. In his cosmic form, Krishna pervades every form. Arjuna addresses him there, here, as Ananta Rupa, the one who has no limit to his forms. His form consists of every other form.
I will read.
Oh.
Yeah.
Then further, verse 39.
Yeah.
वायुर्यमोऽग्निर्वरुणस्य शाङ्खः प्रजापतिस्त्वं प्रपितामहश्च नमो नमस्तेस्तु सहस्रकृत्वः पुनश्च भूमोऽपि नमो नमस्ते. Tvam, you are Vayuhu, Lord of air, Yamaha, Lord of death, Agnihi, Lord of fire, Varunaha, Lord of water, Shashankaha, presiding deity of the moon, Prajapatihi is Prajapati. Prajapati is Brahma?
Prajapati, yeah. Brahman is also called Prajapati. Yeah.
Prapitamaha, and the ultimate great grandfather of the creator. Namaste astu. Repeated salutations to you. Sahasra kritva, 1000 times. Punascha bhuyaha, again and again. Api, indeed. Namaha te. Repeated salutations to you. You are the Lord of air, Lord of death, Lord of fire, Lord of water, presiding deity of the moon, Prajapati, and the ultimate great grandfather, the creator. 1000 repeated salutations to you, again and again, indeed, repeated salutations to you. All these are glories of Bhagavan. He himself is Vayu, air, or the god of air, and also Yamaha, Lord of death. He is Agni, the Lord of fire, and Varuna, the presiding deity of water. All these devatas, Arjuna says, are not separate from you. Then again, Arjuna says, you are Shashanka, the presiding deity of the moon, and you are Prajapati, one of the first created beings from whom all living things have come. And you are the Prapitamaha, our ultimate great grandfather, the creator. From Param Brahma, Brahmaji was born. He is called Pitamaha, grandfather. Therefore, by saying Prajapati, Prapitamaha, great grandfather, he is saying you are Param Brahma. Repeated salutations to you. Namo Namaha, Nama Teyastu. How many times? 1000 times. Sahasra Kritva. Arjuna is not satisfied with that. So he goes on to add again and again salutations to you. Punascha bhuyaha api namaha. That is, once you say 1000 times, what does it mean? When you say again I salute you, it means that Arjuna is not satisfied. The Shraddha is so great and so much devotion has been invoked in him, seeing the cosmic form of the Lord, that he wants to do everything. He can only prostrate. What else can he do? Therefore, he repeatedly prostrates until still finds that he is not satisfied. Whatever he does is not enough. When people are overwhelmed with appreciation, they typically say things like, I don't know what to say to you. I don't know what to do for you. That is Arjuna's condition. He does not know what to do, and Bhagavan does not want anything either. All Arjuna can do is keep falling at his feet, and this is what he is doing. Therefore, he says, Punaha cha bhuyaha api namo namaste, again and again, namo namaste, again and again salutations to you. But he cannot really do 1,000 or more namaskaras. He has no time for all that. The war is about to begin. So, what he cannot do physically, he does verbally. Then, where should he prostrate? Generally, you prostrate only at the feet, in front of the person. But Arjuna does not know which is the front or back here. Everything is Parameshwaraha. Namah Purastad Tatah Namah Purastad Tatah Prushtataste Namostute Namostute Sarvata Eva Sarva Ananta Virya Virya Mida Vikrama Vida Vikramastvam Sarvam Samapnoshi Tatosi Sarvaha. Namaha Prastat. Salutations to you in front. This is verse number 40. Salutations to you in front, the east. Atha then Prishtataha, at the back, in the west. Te nama astu. Salutations to you. Te sarvataha eva. Indeed, to you in all directions. Sarva, the one who is everything. Atanta virya. Ananta virya amita vikramaha. Tvam vikramaha tvam. You are the one who has infinite strength and infinite prowess. Sarvam, everything. Samapnoshi, you completely pervade. Tataha, therefore, sarvaha asi. You are everything. Salutations to you in front, in the east. Then salutations to you at the back, in the west. Indeed, salutations to you in all directions. Oh, the one who is everything. Oh, the one who is everything. You are the one of finite strength and infinite powers. And you completely pervade everything. Therefore, you are everything. Now he says, Namah Purastad. Salutations to you in the front, that is in the east. In a temple, the Lord generally faces the east, but here Arjuna is saluting the Lord in the eastern direction. Not only that, salutations to you at the back, that is in the west. Ataha Prishtataha is Namaha Astu. Prishtataha te Namaha Astu. In fact, let there be salutations to you in all directions. Te sarvataha eva sarva. Why? Because he is seeing Bhagavan in all directions. He is not only in the east and west, but south, north and all directions in between. Northwest, northeast, etc. Arjuna addresses him here as the one who is everything, sarva. He goes on. You are of limitless power, ananta virya, and immeasurable prowess, amita vikrama. Arjuna recognizes Bhagavan here as having infinite strength. The prefix sam added to apnosi gives a sense of pervading without anything being left out. You pervade every object in the universe. Nothing is outside you. Sarvam samapnoshi. Because of that, you are everything. Tata asi sarvaha. Shankara says, the intention is to say, without you there is no object at all. Arjuna is seeing that Bhagavan is the one who is in all these forms. All the nama, rupa are sustained by him and are him. So without him, an object will have no existence at all. Arjuna and Krishna.
Because see, this Amita Vikrama, Mita meaning, Mita is something like mana. Mana meaning measurement. So Mita is measurement. Amita means that cannot be measured. So Amita Vikrama meaning immeasurable prowess. That's how it is. Yeah.
Arjuna and Krishna had many escapades together as youth. Remembering now, lightly, he treated Krishna then and even recently when he asked him to be his charioteer, and when he ordered him to station the chariot between the armies. Arjuna is having same remorse.
Some remorse.
Yeah. Some remorse. He knew Krishna was.
Some remorse means he feels bad that he told all that to Krishna. So he's now just apologetic about it. Yeah.
Actually, while driving the chariot, Arjuna has no time to say go left, go right, go straight, go back and all. He will simply, Arjuna was standing, Krishna was sitting. He will kick the left side, Krishna's left side, so that Krishna will go turn left. Kick left and right. He was throughout the war. He was kicking.
It might have. Yeah, all those things are possible, definitely, when you are playing roles. But now with the different level of understanding, he feels remorse. Yeah.
At one stage, Arjuna weeps also. See, I have done so much. I don't know about you. You are my friend. I abused you several times. And in the war also, I was doing like this. Lamented.
That is later, perhaps, after the war is over. Yeah.
Arjuna and Krishna had many escapades together as youth. Remembering now, lightly he treated Krishna then and even recently when he asked him to be his charioteer and when he ordered him to station the chariot between the armies. Arjuna is having some remorse. He knew Krishna was extraordinary and had even heard he was an avatara. But he had no idea what that really meant. He never thought he was Parameshwara and therefore treated him in a way that he now regrets. Because of this, Arjuna asked for his pardon. Shankara comments that Arjuna says, because I did not know your glory, I did many things that are not to be done. Therefore, I am asking you to pardon me. Thus,
I'll read from here.
Yeah, read. Footnote. You can see the footnote and yeah.
Here the words are Sake and Iti plus Iti, Saketi. This is not possible by regular Sandhi rules. It is considered to be Arsha Prayoga.
Arsha Prayoga meaning only in Vedic poets they are given the license. Even though as per grammar this is not possible, but here the usage is there Saketi. The sense Saketi meaning that that actually it will be Sake normally how it will be Saketi. This is not possible because otherwise what will be the thing that A and E I it will become Sakaiti it will become A and E when it normal Sandhi rule is it will become Sakaiti, but here he is using Saketi. That is not as per the grammar rule. That's why he is explaining that. Even though it is not as per grammar rule, because of that, what you call Chandas, that for the music, that rhythm and all that, Saketi suits, and Bhagavan has used it. So that's how he has explained it. Yeah.
Saketi matva prasabam yaduktam he Krishna he Yadava he Saketi ajanata mahimanam tavedam maya pramadat pranayena vapi yaschavaha sartamat asatkritosi vihara shayyasana bhojaneshu eko tavapyaschuta tat samaksham tat kshamaye tvaham tvam aham aprameyam tava your idam imam this mahimanam glory ajanata maya by me who is ignorant sakha iti matva thinking that you are my friend pramadat out of carelessness pranayena va api or out of intimacy too hey Krishna O Krishna hey Yadava O Yadava hey Sakhe O friend iti thus prasabdam Prasabham, lightly, yet uttam, whatever that was said. Achyuta, O Krishna, Vihara Sayya Asana Bhojaneshu. While walking, lying down, sitting and eating, Ekaha alone, Athava or Tat Samaksham Api, even in public, Avahasartam, out of jest, yet cha, further that which Asatkrita Asi, you have been slighted, Tat, for all that, Aham, I, Tvam Kshamaye, may I ask pardon of you, Aprameyam, who cannot be known. Ignorant of this glory of yours, thinking of you as a mere friend, whatever that was said lightly by me, as O Krishna, O Yadava, O friend, out of carelessness or out of intimacy, and further, out of jest you have been slighted, Achyuta, while walking, lying down, sitting and eating, alone or even in public. For all that, may I ask pardon of you, the one who cannot be known, thinking of you as a mere friend, Sakha iti matva, I called you Krishna, Yadava, friend, etc. So many times he might have put his hand on his shoulder and casually addressed Krishna. Imagine that your friend with whom you have been so intimate suddenly assumes the form of the whole cosmos. How would you feel? Arjuna feels that he had spoken to Krishna rashly. Prasabham. Shankara says, mistakenly, Viparita Buddhaya. Not knowing who he was, he had addressed him as Hey Yadava or simply as Krishna or friend Sakhe. Arjuna says, this was said by me who is ignorant, Maya Ajanata, of this glory of yours, Tava Idam Mahimanam. Though the word Idam is neuter, it is to be taken with Mahimanam, which is masculine. Therefore, Shankara says, Tava Imam Mahimanam. Not knowing his glory, naturally Arjuna spoke this way out of inadvertence, Pramadat, and also just out of friendship, Pranayena va api. In the freedom of friendship, he has so often addressed him as Hey Krishna, Yadava, Sakhe, and so on. Therefore, he asks for pardon. Abhasa is ridiculing someone in jest. Having teased Krishna in all sorts of situations, having made him a laughing stock purely out of fun, Arjuna now realizes you have been slighted. Asatkrita Asi. Satkrita means well received, honored. So, Asatkrita means he has been mistreated. When did this happen? On different occasions, while walking, lying down, sitting and eating, Vihara Sayya Asana Bhojaneshu. In their conversations, while wandering about to different places or while exercising, Arjuna realizes that he has mistreated Krishna in jest. Then, sometimes lying down to rest, perhaps when they were in the forest together, he might have slighted him in conversation. Then again, while sitting down or eating, he might have done that. On all these occasions, Arjuna says, you have been mistreated by me. And this has been done not only when they were alone, Eka, but even in the presence of others, Tat Samaksham Api. For all that, Arjuna says, I ask you for forgiveness. Aham Kshamaye Tvam. Here he gives an adjective to Tvam, the one who cannot be known, Aprameya. The idea is, because you are not available for any pramana, you cannot blame me. I seek pardon of you because you are not available for any means of knowledge like perception, inference and so on. I was not equipped to know you, so I had ill-treated you in my ignorance. Now I know.
These things, no, actually you can even, like what you call, when we are discussing Aprameya, the reality of the being of all of us is Aprameya only, in the sense it cannot be objectified, which we have been right from beginning telling. So, whenever we are interacting and all that, we are only, suppose even one blames the other and all that, it is only the one who plays the role. With reference to that particular issue, he might have behaved in a particular manner which is not acceptable to you. That only you are telling against. It is not you are telling against the being. You are only telling against the role player. So even if somebody in a conversation, somebody tells abuses and all that, we must know that the person who abuses, he is abusing the the person in front of whom, to that extent only he knows. If he knows the reality behind, perhaps he may not do it. He knows only whatever he knows he is abusing. So he is abusing a person who is worth abuse in his conscience, in his understanding. So if you are not that, you are not worthy of that abuse, even relatively, you don't have to take it. You don't have to take that. He does it out of ignorance. So we can say that is the issue, that is his problem, we can address that. So we don't have to feel hurt because of somebody else abusing, because of by mistake and all that. So that is because ultimately all of us are one being. We are not available. We are aprameyam. Aprameyam is the reality for all of us. So even relatively also, none of us have to feel that he is abusing me, I am hurting him and all that. So we have to, by clear understanding, if this understanding is there, even in any situation, you will be able to be objective. Okay, if somebody says something in the harsh tones and all that, you have to find out what is it, what is exactly he is doing, why is he doing, what is his problem, and address it, and if possible address it, otherwise tell him that he is misinformed or whatever. In a calm and cool collective manner, we can do it as long as we understand that he is not abusing me. Because I am not that. I am the being, number one, absolute level. Even at a relative level, I am not worthy of being abused because I am not the way in which he thinks of me. Both ways we can look at ourselves. That way, we will totally take out the abuse from the whole conversation. It will not hurt us, it will not touch us. It will go back to the person who abuses out of some wrong information, whatever it is. So all these things are possible. So we can take that sort of an inference from this. He says, Aprameya, you are not available for me. Otherwise, that is why whatever I have done, it is not I have done it to you. You as a Aprameya, it was not available. So I had done all that. To that extent I understand. I am asking for pardon now that I know that you are everything. So that he says that, yeah.
Pitasi lokasya characharasya Tomasya pujyascha gururgariyan natvat samostya vyadiga kruton
natvat samosti abhyadikaha kutonya, like that we can split there.
natvat samosti atyabhyadika krutonyo lokatrayepi Pradima Prabhava.
Yeah.
Apradima Prabhava. Apradima Prabhava. O Lord, whose glories are unparalleled, Asya Characharasya Lokasya, of this world of sentient beings and insentient objects, Tvam Pita Asi, you are the Father, Puja Cha, and you are the most worshipful, Gariyan Guru, the first teacher, Lokatrayepi, even in the three words, Tvat Samaha, equal to you, Na Asti, there is not, Abhyadikaha, superior, Anyaha, another, Kutaha, how can there be? Lord, the one whose glories are unparalleled, you are the Father of this world, of sentient beings and insentient objects, and you are the most worshipful of it and its first teacher. Even in the three words, there is no one equal to you. How can there be another who is superior? Arjuna continues to describe the Lord. You are the cause, the father, Pita of this world, Asya Lokasya, consisting of Chara, things that are moving, and Achara, things that do not move. Or Chara could mean sentient, and Achara then would refer to what is inert. He says further, as the creator of the world, you are the most worshipful, Puja. Even though many devatas are worshipped in many different forms of puja, all worship goes only to Parameshwara. Therefore, he says, you are Pujya, the one who deserves to be worshipped, and you are a teacher, Guru. Arjuna adds that Bhagavan is not an ordinary Guru, but the one who is more important, Gariyan, the first teacher, the one who taught the Vedas to even Brahmaji, and is therefore the source of all knowledge. Shankara says that the Lord is the creator of all living beings, Janayita Pranijat, Pranijatasya.
Janita Pranijatasya.
Janahita Pranijatasya. He creates all the subtle and gross bodies, Sukshma Sthula Sharirani, as well as all other things like mountains and so on that do not move. Shankara continues to comment that the Lord is not just the father of this creation, but also the one who deserves all forms of worship and praise, that is, he is Pujya. Then Arjuna goes on to say, there is not another, na anyaha asti, equal to you, tat samaha. Shankara says that there can never be two Ishwaras, nahi Ishwara dvayam sambhavati. If there are two Ishwaras, each will have his own domain. Then neither will have complete overlordship. So neither is truly Ishwara, the one who has Aishwarya, total overlordship. There can be and there is only one Ishwara. And again, if there were more than one, Shankara adds, transaction would not be possible. One Ishwara would create a law of gravitation whereby objects fall at 32 feet per second. The other Ishwara would want it to be 40 feet per second. And in this conflict, nothing will happen. A question can be asked here. What about Brahma, Vishnu and Rudra? Are all of them not Ishwara? If so, there are three Ishwaras already. This is not true. There is only one Ishwara. Viewed from different functions, we call the same Ishwara as Brahma the creator, Vishnu the sustainer and Rudra the destroyer. If you invoke them separately, they become exalted Jivas. Essentially, all are Ishwara, but with reference to the Upadhi, Brahmaji is a Jiva, as are Vishnu and Rudra. Because they have no ignorance, they are Parameshwara. In fact, all three together we call Parameshwara.
Actually, I had told before also that Sarvajna, for Ishvara, when you say Sarvajna, that it has Sarvam Kalpitam Nya. In the sense, I have told that Madhyama Pada Lopa Samasa, meaning word Sarvam itself is Kalpitam only. There is no Sarvam. There is only being. So, Ishvara itself is how we have defined that all glory, Samagram, Viryam, Samagram, Yasa, Samagram, Lakshmi, everything. We have defined, Ishvara is a defined word, Samagram, Aishwaryam, Varash Pratyaya, Varash means top, Ish is Aishwaryam. All glory is defined at Ishvara. Then once having defined that, you cannot have two Ishvaras, because definition itself is everything put together, all glory is Ishvara. So that is where Ishvara 1, Ishvara 2 and all imagination. There is only one. That is why we say there is no one God, there is only God. That is the understanding. That is the perfect understanding. Because it is all again the Namakaranam. It's all word and meaning for to express our understanding of life. So we should not get caught in those words and Namakaranam even at the Ishvara level. We should just understand the Tatparyam behind it, and so that we are able to surrender all that changing is surrendered unto Ishvara. The changeless is me, the being, and Ishvara also is the change. The Swarupa is the changeless being. Everything else keeps changing. And once I understand that, there is a sense of surrender, sense of devotion, and some sense of appropriateness in whatever we do, whatever we respond, how we relate to others, everything falls in place because there is only one Samashti and one being. Everything is in oneness. Ekaha is the reality of the Samashti as well as the Swarupam. That is what we have to understand. That is precisely what he is expressing in terms of words is only what he sees the whole thing together, and he is expressing that appreciation. And Shankara and Swamiji explained in detail what it means in terms of reality, what it means. So that as a teaching to us, using these verses as a teaching methodology for us. That is how we have to look at it. Yeah.
When there is no one even equal to you, how can there be another who is superior? Adhyadika kutaha anyaha. Asks Arjuna. It is not possible. If there is no such person here, perhaps there is someone in another world who is superior. No, not even in all the three worlds, lokatraye api, is there anyone superior, because the whole world is Parameshwara. There is no equivalent to Ishvara and there is no one superior to Ishvara. Arjuna addresses Krishna here as Apratima Prabhava, the one whose glory is matchless. His powers are unequaled anywhere. Pratima is that by which you are able to illustrate something, a replica like a statue of a person, for example. It is created to resemble the form of a person and you recognize it as a representation of him. Suppose I want to create a Pratima, an equivalent of Ishvara. What will I create? The whole Jagat is Ishvara. His glory cannot be imitated, nor can a symbol be created that will represent Parameshwara. We only create a Pratima and then let it stand for Ishvara. We cannot create a real Pratima for Parameshwara because nothing is separate from him. His glory and power are incomparable. Arjuna praises Parameshwara as he has understood.
So that is why in all our puja we only do avahanam. In the sense, we were very clear that we are only expressing our, we are only representing the Ishwaratvam of whatever God we are imagining in that Pratima. That is why we have, that is why the avahanam is done arohanam as well as avarohanam. Both. In the sense we bring it in with all the puja and all that. At the end of the puja also we do the, what do you call, go back to your sthanam. We say that. Because we know very well that we cannot handle it. We are, for the time being, we are bringing in Ishvara for our own upasana purpose. So we are very clear. The mantras and all are very clear about it. So in our understanding also it has to be very clear. Otherwise, we should not get stuck with a pratima and say this is Ishvara, that is not Ishvara. We cannot say that. That way we are creating unnecessarily division where there is no division possible. Yeah.
Arjuna again asks for pardon by relating to Bhagavan. We'll say this sloka and stop.
Yeah, yes.
Tasmat pranamya pranidhaya kayam prasadate tvam ahamishvamithyam piteva putrasya sakheva sakyuhu priyayarhasi deva shodum.
Priyayarhasi deva shodum. Yes, yeah. Okay.
Here the words are. Oh, there is also a footnote there for even this.
Yeah, you read that, yes.
Here the words are Priyayaha plus Arhasi. By regular Sandhi rules, it should have been Priyaya Arhasi. But here it is Priyaya Arhasi. This is not possible by regular.
Visarga is, no, yeah.
It is considered to be Asha Prayoga.
Again, basically for the, what you call, the meter, in order to satisfy the meter, the Vyasa has given it like that. So Asha, anything Chanda, Chandas, the rules are Chandas, it becomes an exception from the grammar. Wherever there is an exception from the grammar, they say for Chandamsi, for the purpose of Chandas or purpose of meter, they say that and they leave it. But we cannot use it in normal when we write a literature or something like that. That's what he says.
Okay.
पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते